Thank you, Sean. Well, anyway, you asked what we have on the show. We've got the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers headlining the NBA with their 12 straight wins to start the season. We've also got updates from the PBL All-Filipino Conference.
Plus, we've got the one and only
Yes.
Coach Chot Reyes live in the studio to talk about leading TNT to another title in the PBA Governor's Cup.
TNT hangover pa rin tayo,
Yes.
Chess. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves. Victor Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuffing another one. Bacunas rejecting Espejo for the
Wow, Chess, make that 12 in a row now for the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers. They put away the Chicago Bulls 119 to 113. The Bulls had a hot start, but the Cavs were able to keep in step thanks to Donovan Mitchell's 25 first half points. Spida finished with a season high 36, including 7 triples. He also tallied 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. The Cavs are the 8th team in NBA history to start a season with 12 wins and no losses. Cleveland's current record is tied for 4th best all-time with the 1982-1983 Seattle Supersonics and the 1996-1997 Chicago Bulls. The Golden State Warriors still hold the overall record, going 24-0 in 2015.
The Seattle Supersonics.
If you remember.
From one explosive performance to another, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also showed out for the Oklahoma City Thunder in their first game after losing Chet Holmgren to injury. The Thunder shook off a tough loss against the Warriors yesterday and pulled off a gutsy home win over the Los Angeles Clippers 134 to 128. Despite being up 20 in the third quarter, OKC needed some crunch time heroics to end the Clippers' 4-game winning streak. SGA dropped a career-high 45 points, shooting 13 for 21 from the field, 4 for 8 from deep, and 15 for 16 from the free throw line. SGA also added 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. The Thunder improved their record to 9 victories and 2 defeats. The Clippers, on the other hand, stumbled to 6-5 on the win-loss column.
It's funny you did mention the Seattle Supersonics for the kids now, for the Gen
my.
Zs. Ngayon, ang OKC Thunder used to be the Seattle Supersonics. Well, 3 more games took place in the NBA today. Let's take a look at the results. Let's start with the San Antonio Spurs rolling past the Sacramento Kings for their 5th win of the year, 116-96, behind Victor Wembanyama's big 34-point, 14-rebound night. Meanwhile, Cam Thomas nailed the go-ahead 3 in the final minute, helping the Brooklyn Nets beat the New Orleans Pelicans 107-105. And lastly, Alperen Sengun was once again at the front line of the Houston Rockets 107-92 victory over the skidding Washington Wizards.
Over at the PVL, the PLDT high-speed hitters are on the board in the All-Filipino Conference. They opened their campaign by beating the next-led Chameleons in 4 sets, 25-15, 25-17, 22-25, and 25-22. PLDT secured the victory behind the returning Savvy Davison, who finished with 19 points. Rookie setter Angge Alcantara also had a strong outing with 13 excellent sets.
Good start pa rin sa amin, considering na kakabalik lang din nung ni Sabi, tapos bagong salang si Angge. So happy naman sa performance. Yun lang, sayang na di namin nagdiretso, pero yun ba yung kailangan namin i-work on siguro.
Another doubleheader in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference tomorrow at the Inares Sports Arena in Pasig City. First up, the Chi-Chi Brotherhood Titans will go up against the VNS Griffins at 2 p.m. The Brotherhood Titans will try to get their first win against the likewise struggling Griffins, who have a 1-4 record. For the second game, the Crisscross Crunchers battle the Martelli meets Master Butchers at 6 p.m. Crisscross looks to get its fourth win and keep pace with the league leaders, while Martelli Meats hopes to pull off an upset for its first win in the conference. You can catch the games live on One Sports Plus and on the Pilipinas Live app. Fresh off TNT's championship run, we've got the Tropang Gigas chief tactician himself, Chot Reyes, live in the studio. Stay tuned here on Play by Play. And we are back. Thanks for joining us here on Play by Play. The Meralco Bolts and San Miguel Beermen are set to defend home court as the East Asia Super League heads to the PhilSports Arena in Pasig City. San Miguel will take on Taiwanese squad Taoyuan Pilots in Group A on Wednesday. The Beermen hope to rebound from its previous loss to Suwon KT Sonic Boom in their EASL opener last October. The Pilots blasted Sonic Boom in their own encounter. Over in Group B, the Bolts will play Korean team Busan KCC Aegis in the Battle of Champions. Busan lost its first game to the Macau Black Bears, while Meralco has a 1-1 slate so far in the tournament. Both Busan and Taoyuan players arrived in Manila earlier today for the doubleheader. Catch the San Miguel Taoyuan game at 6:10 in the evening and the Meralco Busan match at 8:10 p.m.
Meanwhile, some movement in the PBA as the Converge Fiber Xers are loading up for the upcoming PBA Commissioner's Cup. Jordan Heading is on his way to Converge after getting traded from the Terra Firma Jeep. Converge got the former Gilas sniper. Now, in exchange for Aljun Melesio, Keith Saldivar, and the Fiber Xers first-round pick in the 2026-2027 PBA draft. Terra Firma held the rights to Heading, having drafted him in the 2020 Special Gilas draft, but he was not able to suit up for the Jeep due to his Gilas stints. Heading also chose to play overseas, particularly in Taiwan, Japan, and Australia. His most recent stint was with Strong Group Athletics, who won the title in the 2024 Jones Cup last July. And with this new addition, Converge will try to improve on their quarterfinal finish from the recently concluded Governor's Cup. And we're still on a high. I think you will agree with me on this wonderful campaign, another championship run for the TNT Tropang Giga in the Governor's Cup. And Yesterday, we had Reynam Batak
And Jason Castro.
Jason Castro. And today, I think he doesn't need any more introduction. 10-time PBA champion in the PBA. I believe 6 or 7-time coach, 6-time PBA Coach of the Year, 7-time PBA All-Star Game head coach, the one and only multi-titled head coach of TNT, Tropang Giga, Coach Chot Reyes.
Thanks for
Good evening,
joining
good
us,
evening,
Coach.
Chas. Good evening. Kumusta?
Maraming salamat, Coach. Ha?
We know you've been doing the
Yes, the rounds.
so thank you for stopping by the
Thank
show.
you.
No
Naglakad
problem.
pa. Lapit lang talaga from their place. Coach, una sa lahat, congratulations. Another title in the bag for Coach Chot Reyes. 10th nga nabanggit ko eh. Pero, saan mo ilalagay to among all your accomplishments, championships? I did ask Jason this also yesterday. Ikaw, Coach, where this particular campaign rank?
It's like I said, every championship is different. It's sweet, pero this one maybe is going to be up there, maybe in the top 3, if not maybe the top 5, if not in the top 3. Mainly because I've been away for a while, and I guess nakwento na ng mga ibang players natin that this was really a very difficult championship for us. It was fraught with adversity, personal adversity for a lot of the players. But for us to be able to come together and pull through makes that, I guess, extra special.
Dagdag ko lang hindi ko natanong si Jason kahapon. Yun din sabi niya, third daw among his championships. If ever mabilisan, ano po yung top 2? Tatalo dito. Baka pareho kasi sila ni Jason.
No, the first is always special, syempre. Yung
First
unang-unang
title.
tikim mong
Unang-una,
title is
1993 All
special.
Filipino.
Yeah. And then we had a very nice run with the Talk 'N Text crew of Jimmy, Jason, Ranidel, Larry. That was also a very special run. But I think off the top of my head, yun ang mga naiisip ko. The first one, I had one with Coca-Cola. And certainly my first coming back
Balik.
after 9 years
Filipino.
absence in the PBA, di ba? I retired because of needless duties.
Yeah.
And then we got back and won right away, so medyo yun muna.
But also, Coach, this championship placed you as just one of only 4 head coaches in PBA history with at least 10 championships. So we have Coach Tim with 26, Baby Dalupan with 15, Norman Black with 11, and now you 10.
All that means is I'm old.
Yeah, that's
And
one way of
nakita mo
looking
lahat
at
ng
it.
mga sinabi mong coach, mas matatanda sa akin lahat yun eh. So, that's all it means
Icon,
for me.
iconic. Lahat naman icon.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's number 1. It means I'm old, been doing this a long time. And number 2, all that means is 10 is step towards 11. So we're now focusing on hopefully getting an opportunity to get one more and then maybe another. So it's always that.
Coach Jason Castro, we had him on the show last night with Reynam Batak. Sabi ko nga it's very fitting of sorts kasi before, siya yung mini-mentor ni Jimmy. Ngayon naman siya yung parang nagme-mentor.
Yeah.
Passing of the torch,
Very.
di ba? Tapos he won the finals MVP and he honestly admitted, he wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
And he was willing to give it to Calvin Aftano or the other young guns, sabi niya. But ikaw, Coach, you've coached Jimmy for a long time now. You've seen him as, yun nga, mini-mentor pa lang ni Jimmy. Ngayon, siya na yung leader. What was your reaction first, winning the finals MVP si Jason, and all these years, Jason Castro has been consistent and delivering for you?
I expected it. If Jason was surprised, I wasn't. I expected it. My reaction is that he deserves it. That nobody deserves it more because Jimmy and Jason are very different type of players. They will hurt you in different ways, right? But they have one constant. They're both very coachable. And wala kang yung tinatawag nating coaches na hindi mo po problemahin. You know, day in, day out, they're going to be there. Not only will they be present, but they're also present and ready to give their best. So it's really a coach's dream and a blessing to have those players.
Nagugulat ka pa ba, 38 years old, ganyan pa rin maglaro ni Jason Castro?
Na matagal na akong nahinto sa gulat kay Jason because I see him every day in practice. So,
tas
Same
Gilas
thing with
pa.
Kelly.
Yeah.
That's our 80 connection. Yung Jason to Kelly, Jason to
Yes,
Kelly.
yes.
That's 42 plus 38 years old.
Oh my God.
Connection, kaya pala
Our 80 connection.
But Coach, if we can touch on this series, because I mean, everyone knows the firepower of TNT. But when it came to the defense in this series, Coach, my goodness.
Number one. Yeah.
It's no joke to be able to lock down players like Justin Brownlee, the key players of Ginebra. That is not an easy feat. Can you talk about how you were able to come up with these defensive strategies? We saw R.R. Pogoy on Justin Brownlee. Wow.
Well, the defense in the finals started from the preseason when, as a team, we all committed to focusing on defense because of the learnings from the past conference. We lost the last conference in that knockout game by 1 point, and Jason was injured. And we said, there are times where we cannot outscore the other team. And to be able to ovate that, we have to make sure that there's something that we can hang our hats on. And yun yung depensa. Kasi sabi nga nila, walang malas sa depensa, di ba? So that's where it started. I think the commitment, the desire to be able to play lockdown defense, that's where it began. And then it just got honed and nurtured throughout the tournament until we got to the finals. We took a look. We said, we all know Coach Tim is a stickler on defense. We are not going to beat them with their offense. So our only chance against Ginebra is to defend against them. Unfortunately, they are the #1 offensive team in the tournament going to the finals. So we said, obviously we studied their moves and what they want to do, and let's just try to make it as difficult as possible for them.
That's a very good question. Because I remember also having a conversation with Coach Chot against Rain or Shine. Remember, nung natalo kayo ng Rain or Shine, sabi mo, you can't afford to play their game. Kasi kundi sasabayan nyo yung mga bata. Kailangan keep the scoring low kasi yun yung calling card identity nyo. Ronde Hollis Jefferson, Coach. Grabe. Parang he loves it here already. He's 29 years old. The players love him. The coaches love him. He loves playing for TNT. Second Governor's Cup title with TNT. Second best import. What else can you say about Ronde Hollis Jefferson, Coach?
Well, he was the perfect representation of what we wanted to do, to be a defensive team. You look at his numbers. He's not particularly. He has very average field goal percentages. He's not that great of a three-point shooter, and don't even talk about the four-point shot with him. But what he really brings is his versatility on defense. He can guard all positions. He's also our rim protector aside from Poy. But he can do a lot of things. So parang perfect yung makeup ni Ronde with what we wanted to do as a team before the start of the tournament.
Sa next conference, siya pa ulit yung import, diba?
Yeah, right now, it's him. We've been trying to look for someone better, but when we analyze it with the chemistry, knowing what we want to do, we thought Ronde.
Instead of getting a bigger import,
I mean, unless we find a 6'10", 6'11", na magaling talaga, but there's very few of those. It's mostly 6'7", 6'8", 6'9".
So Ronde na lang.
And then, Coach, I mean, we need to talk about Coach Tim because you guys are great friends. But for sports fans, just watching this chess match between the two of you since the 90s, because you alternate. Every time you face each other in the finals, from Pure Foods to Coca-Cola, with him in Alaska, and then TNT, BMEG, Barangay Ginebra, you have an edge now, 4-3. 4 wins versus the 3 with Coach Tim. But can you talk about this relationship that you have with him and what it's like battling someone that you've faced for decades, and it's never boring. I mean, we speak as sports fans because we enjoy watching these battles.
And maintain the friendship also. Kasi when he stepped down sa Gilas, si Coach Tim naman ang pumuli.
Well, it's an honor to face Coach Tim, to battle against him. I think we sharpen each other. I think we each make each other better because we know coming into a game against Coach Tim, I have to be very prepared. He knows he has to be very prepared against me as well. And we just go at it, hammer and tongs during the game. But after that, like you said, we're very good friends. We're going to go and play golf tomorrow morning. So we leave it all on the court. We give it our best. And we support each other. He supported me all my time in Gilas. When he was the head coach, I traveled, spent my own money, just to support them in Riga, in Latvia. And that's just the lalim ng aming samahan. So, you know, it's just such a great pleasure to have an opponent slash friend like Tim.
All right. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Coach
no,
Chot. But we
I
have...
thought you were going to ask him about looking ahead for the next. Yeah, I think we still have one more time, Chess.
Oh, good. So now we can talk about the Commissioner's Cup.
Yes. So, Coach, alam ko pagod ka na. Hindi, iniisip lang ni Cheska kasi.
ang dami
Baka
na
pagod
kasi,
ka na, ang dami mong guesting. Pwede ka na umuwi. Pero sabi ko, sulitin na natin si Chot Reyes kasi Chot Reyes yan eh. Coach, looking ahead, ito Commissioner's Cup, I'm sure with Ronde, confident pa rin ng TNT fans, and with the way Ray ng Batak fit in well with your system, the guys, the pieces that you have, Kelly, Jason playing, that they're still, parang di sila elder statesman. What else are you looking to adjust or kumbaga fix or kung meron man dito with this particular championship team that you have moving on now to the Commissioner's Cup?
There's a lot that still needs to. I always term it as a work in progress. Our team is always a work in progress. Once we start thinking that wala na kailangan gawin, then we will start digressing. So there's certainly a lot. I think we need to be a little bit more consistent offensively. I think we've gotten our defense to a very high level, but now the other teams know that they have different imports. A lot of teams have beefed up. We all know the moves that Converge did today. So it's going to be a very, very different tournament. Same tough competition. So we have to improve. We have to become more consistent offensively. And we have to be able to rebound better. If you take a look at the rebounding stats, we finished in the middle of the pack of the tournament. So we definitely have to improve that. We have to improve our shooting percentages. We're one of the lowest in the league. So you know, there's still a lot for us to work on.
Coach, maraming salamat ulit sa oras mo. May kulang pa ba ang Chot Reyes? May gusto pa?
Kulang. Tulog. Patulogin na
Sige,
ako.
patulogin na kita. Lolo na. Tatlo na po.
Correct.
Si Calista.
Yeah, and my two
nandun pa sila.
grandchildren are there. Yeah.
Okay.
Ahabulin ko.
Once again, maraming salamat. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Coach Chot Reyes for joining us here tonight on Play by Play. Congratulations once again.
The one and only.
I know,
thank you.
hindi kami napasag.
Nag-iisang Coach Chot Reyes, thank you so much for being here.
Coach.
On Play by Play. Thank you.
Okay.
Lakad ka na, pabalik.
Lakad ako. Kakainin ko pa yung ensimada.
You are watching Play by Play. We'll be right back with more stories. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Crucial matches in the UAAP as the elimination round nears its end. First up, the undefeated NU Lady Bulldogs go up against the DLSU Lady Archers at 12 p.m. at the UST Quadricentennial Pavilion. NU is now just 2 wins away from sweeping the elimination round. If this happens, they will force a stepladder in the women's basketball Final Four. Then at 2 p.m., we have men's basketball action as the defending champs, the DLSU Green Archers, face the NU Bulldogs. And finally, at 6:30 p.m., the UE Red Warriors will aim to end its 4-game losing skid and give their Final Four hopes a huge boost as they face the struggling Ateneo Blue Eagles at 6:30 p.m. UE will be without big man Precious Momoe in this crucial match. He will serve his 1-game suspension after 2 unsportsmanlike fouls in their previous game against UST. Catch all the games on One Sports, UAAP Varsity Channel, and the Pilipinas Live app.
Well, you know what time it is. It's highlight real time. Let's go back to the big screen. And all coming from the NBA. First up, Evan Mobley. Welcome to the Spider-Verse. What a 360 layup from Spider Donovan Mitchell and his teammate Isaac Okoro. Loving that. One more time. Woo! And the Cavs, perfect so far, 12-0 in this season. Next up, how about this? Ooh, now you see me, now I still see you. According to Wemby, that leads to a fast break and an open Harrison Barnes corner 3. And it all started with Victor Wembanyama. Fool him once, shame on you. And then after that, he hits this triple. Victor had 34 points, 16 boards, 6 dimes, and 3 swats. And the Spurs beat the Kings 116-96. Woo! And then, let's go to OKC. Harden, the lob to Derrick Jones Jr. for the two-handed flush. What a play, but in a losing effort, though, as the Clips lose this one to the OKC Thunder 130-123. And then, oh no, they lose. The final score was 134-128. And how about that play from SGA? Putting Harden to school in his bag. Oh, behind the back again. And step back jumper is good for SGA. And SGA finished here leading the OKC Thunder to 134-128. OKC 9-2 in the season. And Clippers go down to 6-5. Cheska, before we go.
Before we go, another dream come true for decorated Filipino pole vaulter EJ Obiena. Obiena announced on social media that he and his partners have built a new athletics facility at Marcos Stadium in Lawag City, Ilocos Norte. EJ writes that his dream doesn't end with his own medal aspirations, but instead involves the country's next generation of athletes from different parts of the country. A ribbon-cutting ceremony for the facility will take place on November 22. It will be followed by a coaching clinic and a pole vault seminar.
Nice one, EJ. And that's all from us tonight. You can catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
That is right. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao. Thank you for watching. Good night.